Good day. Today we will be talking about speech anxiety, which is in chapter 2 of your book. The more you know, the more power you can claim over speech anxiety. So there's a few different types of speech anxiety. There's anticipatory anxiety, is fear of an upcoming presentation. So many people can spend too much time dwelling on what could go wrong, and it's usually caused by exaggerated estimations of the genuine risks involved. So, tripping as you go over or forgetting something while you're speaking. These are the types of things that can create anticipation anxiety. Presentation anxiety. This is fear and or discomfort during a speech. So this is while you're giving your speech, you could feel anxiety. There's an increase of adrenaline in your body. It's as much psychological as it is physiological. The truth about the risks. You will not bring about the apocalypse if you make a mistake during a speech. Everyone makes mistakes. Just laugh it off and move on because it's okay to mess up. Please don't make a big deal out of it. Come prepared. If you miss something, no one else is going to know it and you can correct it. And once again, have a bit of a sense of humor about it. So, some external factors of speech anxiety. It's not because you're a bad speaker. Some external factors are if you're in an unfamiliar situation or if it's a really important occasion. Um, so, yes, your speeches are graded, but I will never penalize you if you stumble over something like I just did, but then you recover well. Okay, it's okay. It's fine. It's truly okay. This is Speech 101. All right. So you will not leave this class a master speaker. Recognize that we are here to learn the basics so you can develop these skills throughout your education and career. And just see this as a starting point. So, some internal factors of speech anxiety are perfectionism, wanting to be perfect, that whole thing of if you mess up, it's the worst thing in the world. Your speeches don't need to be perfect. And even if how you handle your stumbles when you speak is actually more important than whether or not you stumble. You just got to keep moving forward. Okay. There's a misconception about the audience. They aren't going to be full of monsters who are waiting for you to fail. Your audience isn't going to be that. And it's very easy to I'm sorry, not to fake, to take every nodding hand or sigh as a response to you. And that's not necessarily the case most of the time. So there are hundreds of reasons audiences might make you scary and might seem scary, but they're just people with problems and lives just like you. So don't create things in your head about the audience. And then the last is self sabotage. So, this is the number one reason that students struggle in Speech 101. Okay. If you come thinking you're not going to do well, then you're not going to do well. That's a self fulfilling prophecy. You want to be in the mindset that you will do well. So, commit to doing the best that you can do, and you will do that. So get the I can't out of your head right now and say, I can instead. You control the outcome. All right. So a few ways to build confidence is education, preparation, and practice. So know your topic well. Write and revise your outline and practice it a lot. The better you know it, the more confident you will be. If you stumble or freeze, that's okay. Just keep moving forward. And then act confident even if you don't feel confident. So, this is 100% truth. A major part of public speaking is performance. You only have to maintain it for the duration of the speech. Then you can shake like a leaf afterwards. And that will be all for this particular chapter, because you will not, your first speech is going to be a ceremonial speech. So for your first speech, which will be a ceremonial speech, which I is a different lecture I'm going to be giving, these are the things you want to be doing to prepare. You want to start sooner than the day before. Okay? So your last minute isn't as good as you think it's going to be, especially because your credibility is on the line. Okay? So remember, you need to offer specifics. You are painting a picture and telling a story when you give your ceremonial speech. So use examples. Personal experience is a great thing to add to your ceremonial speech. Don't be afraid to share personal experiences, and the balance is the key. Organization is your friend. Your introduction, it captures the audience attention and offers a preview of what you're going to talk about. Then you have your transition. These help you to plan how you're going to move from one main point to another and connect them. It helps with the flow of your speech. The body of your speech is the main points where you provide evidence and information, and they shine here. And then your conclusion reinforces your message and leaves the audience with a statement that makes them think. Don't just say, that's all. Okay, that is not a conclusion. Practice, practice, practice. Like seriously, seriously, practice. Things to consider as you practice. Do not read the speech, but also do not memorize it. Okay, so this is where you use your outline. You become very familiar with your outline. You fill in the meat of the information by using the little short words or phrases to jog your thoughts. Find what works for you. Some things other students have done is they practice in front of a mirror, they practice in front of friends or family, they practice in a room alone. Considering everything, not just the words. Another thing I would add is use the voice recording. um, if you have a voice recorder on your phone, use that. Give your speech in using and record your voice and then listen to it. So that you become really familiar with it. Listen to it when you're going for a walk or on a drive or getting ready for school in the morning or during lunch. Just listen to your speech, and that will actually also help you to be very familiar with it. So making an influencing impression. So competence is really important with that. Competence is the perceptions that you know what you're talking about, that you've researched and are well informed. Okay. This is achieved through standing up straight, having eye contact, projecting your voice, having a nice speaking pace. Okay. Integrity. This is the perception that you are honest, ethical, and dependable. Don't be shady or try to be clever. Be upfront and honest and be direct when you make claims. Back up your claims with evidence. And if you don't know something when asked, simply say you don't know, but we'll find out. Have goodwill. Appear to value the community and the audience over yourself. Again, eye contact is key here. And the last is having dynamism, the perception that you are confident, decisive, and enthusiastic. Nobody wants to hear someone who is monotone, who sounds disinterested in their own topic. Even if you are tired, pretend like you have the energy of an 8-year-old at the trampoline park. And that concludes, for real this time, today's lecture. Um, and once again, if you want to do more around speech anxiety, please read chapter 2.